Now for this, what we're going to do is apply vertical text, and we're also going to apply horizontal text that we are going to format a little bit differently. So we're going to first start with the vertical type tool. And you're going to pick whatever font you like. I would pick a font that was a little thicker, had nice, big, thick letters, so it stands out. I'll try this one. And then I'm going to bump up the size to about 70. Now, depending on the font you pick, 70 may be too big, and we'll have to make it smaller. And for our anti-alias, we're going to choose smooth. Make sure your alignment is left because we want the text to start kind of at the top and go down. And in the upper left corner of the image, we're going to click. I'm going to key in timeless. Now, as far as a color, I'm going to highlight this. A yellow is not bad, but I'd rather have more of a brown. I'm actually picking a brown from the image. Okay, and so that is my first layer. And actually that size looks pretty good to me because I do need to fit text down below it. I'm going to press Control and Enter. And then across the bottom, I'm going to use my horizontal type tool. And I'm going to click, and I'm going to key in treasures. Now, depending on the font that you're using, you may have to highlight this and make it a little bit smaller. Okay? So you notice your text is close to the edge or off the edge, it's too big. You need to make it smaller. All depends on the font that you've chosen. I'm going to press Control and Enter. What we're going to do is apply some layer styles. So we're going to select the timeless layer. We're going to go into our layer style menu, and we're going to choose color overlay. And let's see. We're actually going to start with pattern overlay. I lied. We're going to start with pattern overlay. And you probably don't have all of these patterns. To get patterns, you're going to have to click the widget. And then what you're seeing in this bottom section are patterns that you can add. And to add one, all you have to do is click on it and click Append. And then it'll add those to the bottom. And what we're kind of looking for is a pretty strong pattern because as you can see, we already added a color and it's blending the pattern with the color. So you're kind of looking for a combination of pattern and color that you like. Now, if you wanted to adjust the opacity, you could, but I would probably leave it full for your pattern. And then we're going to come up to color. And if you wanted to adjust the color, you can. And if you want to change the blend mode, you can do that as well, because the different blend modes are going to blend with that pattern differently. Yeah, and some of them are quite dramatic as far as the change in the colors goes. But you do want to pick one that does look okay with your image. Keep that in mind. And if you wanted to change colors, you can do that. And I'm just using the mouse wheel to kind of scroll through these. I always have trouble making up my mind. This is why I spend so much time on this stuff. I think I'll go back to brown. All right, I'm just going to leave mine there. And I'm going to click OK. Okay, so I have color overlay and a pattern applied. And I'm going to activate my treasure layer. I'm going to drag over the T in treasures, and I'm going to increase the size of that T to about 90. Okay, so now the T is quite a bit bigger. And I'm going to add a drop shadow to this. Now, we're going to save our changes and we're going to keep this open because we are going to be doing some other things to the text in this file.